Brendan, how are you today? How are things going?
Great. Thanks for having me. Things are good. What about you?
Things are good. I was going to say something later in their interview, but I want to start off this way because I feel I should. So many years ago, we did meet at the Toronto International Film Festival. I'm from Toronto.
Okay.
For a little film called Welcome to the Dollhouse.
Yes.
That movie, I remember when I watched that movie for the first time, it really stuck with me. I loved it. And then going forward, of course, the other ones that Todd did, and I just love that. But that was, I think, your very first role, if I recall.
That was my very first film. We shot that movie in 1994 when I was 14 years old.
Yes, because I spoke to you and I remember you, yes, this little kid, and I look at you now.
Wow. Well, it's wonderful to see you again.
Well, not that I know that you would remember me, but what I want to ask you about that is, that was an odd, quirky little film, no question about it. And here you are,
Right.
this 14-year-old getting, kind of into the Todd Solondz world. I mean, what was that like
Right.
for you as a young actor?
I loved it. Up to that point, I was only sort of auditioning for like kids movies, so to speak. Like, I don't know, like Flipper or something, like
Yeah.
this movies at the time that I was not at all interested in. So I thought getting to play something like a bully in a Todd Solondz film was where the children treat each other like a-holes, like they really
Yes.
do in junior high school, was exciting for me and something I was really looking forward to doing. And
Yeah.
so I really enjoyed the experience, and Todd was really gentle and good to me and really got a good performance out of me.
He
So,
sure did. He sure did. And
yeah.
how did working with a director like that kind of shape your career going forward? Even with things
Uh,
shows.
how about this? It set a high bar for expectations.
Right.
It where it made me think directors actually know what they're talking about, which is not always the case, unfortunately. This was a man who knew what he was talking about. He was an authority on the subject, on the little world he created, and he felt passionate and compassionate about his characters, and really knew them very well. And I thought it was always going to be like that. In a
Right.
way, I got spoiled off my first film.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah, you start with such a high bar, as you say. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well, I was just curious because, like I said, it was very memorable performance, and I remembered speaking to you for that way back when and back in the day. So here we are back together
Wow.
again, so many
Wonderful.
years later.
That's really wonderful. Thank you so much for that.
Oh, listen, my pleasure. It's one of those movies that, when you see, it always stuck with me, and I just always loved that film. And anyway, it was, thank you for your performance in that and talking to me about it. But so the Welcome to Happiness, obviously, made and released in 2015. What's it like to go back and talk about a film that you made, a number of years ago?
It's a little peculiar. It's a little odd. I'm not going to lie, to talk about this film we made 5 years ago, but it's also wonderful and a nice joy to talk about because I feel it was a film that didn't get its due. And often when I'm making a movie or film, I can feel on set whether or not we're doing good work.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know, but most of the time I know. It's just an intuition. There's something inside me. There's this intangible yet tangible feeling that, oh, this is special. And this was one of the few films where I felt that. And it was one of the few films where I was working with a director that I felt knew what he was talking about. And it felt like I was in good hands. And so it's nice to talk about this film again, because I feel like it was a labor of love that didn't necessarily get its due. And I think now it might, in a way it hadn't before.
Yeah. Did you go back and rewatch it recently?
I've been working and traveling. I just got in last night, so I'm watching it this weekend when I have
Okay,
some
good.
time. So,
Well,
and
you're,
really look
yeah.
for, I'll be honest with you, I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
no, that's
But
okay. I mean, it's
mhm,
interesting because
yeah,
I know that he kind of recut it. He took some stuff out, and it really is a lovely little film. It's very quirky. Your character
yes,
Kyle, I gotta tell you, my heart really went out to him.
yes,
It was
good.
interesting.
Yes, I mean, he is not, he, you meet him when he's in a very dark place.
Very dark place.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
you meet him at a very poignant, acute moment in his life, and you're not sure if he's going to make it or not. And he portrays a sort of horrifying story, and
yeah.
not necessarily someone worthy of sympathy in a way. And
But you
somehow,
made us feel for him. That's the
thank
thing.
you.
I don't want to give it away because when we do find out why he is so troubled, yeah, I would be troubled too, right? But then,
Right,
but then I still felt bad for him. I still felt
right,
really bad for him because he was kind of in the wrong place at the wrong time kind of thing situation,
right,
you know?
right.
So do people,
Exactly.
so do you think that we should give people second chances? Because in this case, your character, I believe that
Right.
we should.
Yes, I absolutely do. I think we're all human. We're all capable of mistakes, and I know me personally, I'm pretty hard-headed and stubborn, and it takes me quite a few chances to learn from my mistakes, not necessarily two.
Right.
So I'm in a way, I'm very forgiving towards other people and towards my characters, and maybe too much so, but that is
That's
how I
okay.
operate. Yeah.
That's okay. If you had a secret door in a closet that you could go through, would you change anything? Or what would you want on the other side of that door?
I I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm strong enough to let the opportunity pass. I think I might have to go back and change something if I had a secret door. But I also think it's funny because you can change something and then may have to relive the lesson in a different manner.
Yeah, yeah. So what is happiness to you at the end of the day?
Um, I I think it's tranquility and equanimity and just balance, and it's not necessarily constant elation. It's more just satisfaction, and
Yeah,
satisfaction in terms of being content with what you have, like the singer William Devon, being grateful for what you've got, that kind of
right.
thing.
Right, right. Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. Obviously, we're all finally starting to kind of emerge from this pandemic,
Yes,
and
yes.
and you've been obviously busy since 2015 doing things. What are we going to see you in next, and what is work looking like for you these days?
Ooh, I just finished a film called God is a Bullet, directed by Nick Cassavetes with Jamie
Ooh,
Foxx and Nikolai Waldau and a bunch of other great actors. So
yeah.
that was really exciting.
How'd you like working
I
with Jamie
bet
Foxx?
fantastic. He's
Yeah,
very fun, hilarious individual.
yeah.
And I have a film coming out tomorrow called Don't Breathe 2.
Oh,
Um, yes, so I'm very,
good
very, very excited
timing. Good
about that.
timing.
Yes, I
All
get to
right.
see it. I get to see it for the first time tonight at a special private screening. So
Okay, so I am not a horror girl. Sorry, I can't like unless
neither am I.
I have to watch it for an interview. I
Right,
just but
right.
I know that Don't Breathe did extremely well. What are we seeing in Don't Breathe 2?
I think we're seeing this one's slightly more action thriller. This one's
Oh,
more of an action film, kind
okay,
of.
okay,
And we're seeing new characters in the same world, sort of. And I, it was also one of those films where I'm on set thinking to myself, I wouldn't dare say it out loud, but thinking to myself, oh, this is good work. This
nice.
is, yeah. So I think we're going to see good acting and incredible cinematography. I think we're going to see a beautifully shot film. And I think a lot of people are going to be on the edge of their seats.
Good stuff. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
If you say it's not, less on the horror genre, then maybe I will attempt to watch it. I will try for you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well,
I
Brendan, thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time today. It was nice reminiscing with you, that's for sure. And
Yeah.
just best of luck with everything.
You
Great
too,
having.
please. Let's do this again. I hope we have more excuses to do
Well, I
this.
hope that you might, once now the borders I think are starting to open, you can come visit us back in Toronto, and we'll go
That
further
would be
and we'll catch up again. I'd love to see you.
that'd be awesome. That
All
would be
right.
great.
Take care. Thank you for your time
You
today.
too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.